I'm doing it. Let's do the final session here. Got 2 hours and 25 minutes left before I start the timer. Since I'm going to be in the zone and not talking a ton. I'll be keeping an eye on chat and stuff, but I'm going to be crunching a bit, so I want to run through what I'm going to be doing here for the final push. I think it's mandatory to have an arrow at the edge of the screen that points in the direction that you need to go, because I have infinite space and no boundaries on the levels. So I'm going to add that. I'm going to try to get 3 levels in. One that's just asteroids, one that's a mix of asteroids and enemies, and then a final one that's the final boss. I want to get the final boss destroyable. And I would really like to add a couple of resources to the game. One that's like a fuel gauge, that if you run out of fuel from thrusting, you lose and get reset. And another that is the building resource to attach pieces and give each of them a cost. I don't know if I'm going to have time to do all those things. It's a lot of things. They're all kind of necessary for the game loop to work, but I'm going to get as much as I can and see if I can just sprint it, even if I have to do a super rough version of some of those things. So I'm really just trying to finish the whole game loop so that you can actually play through it, reset to the menu, succeed or fail. A lot of the mechanics that are there, a lot of the pieces are there. This is going to be really tough to finish out, but I'm going to try my best and see how close I can get here. So, hello. Who commanded you? All right. I am starting the timer in just a sec. Welcome to the party. It's going to be 2 hours, 25 minutes without turning my brain off. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Boom. All right. I'm going to go to A-Sprite and make an arrow pointer. This is 32 by 32. All right. Arrow. Whoops. Okay. This stupid sprite palette. I keep forgetting to save it. Okay. There's that. Good God. All right. Shouldn't you be playing Path of Exile? Like a grown-up? Instead of hanging around on Twitch, watching me fail at stuff. Come on. Do this all janky. Okay, that's better. And let's fill it in. $30 minutes. God, I wish I could do it today. You're gonna have to tell me how it is. No. Yeah, sure, fine. Let's just finish this off. It's gonna look ugly. Save as. Export. Alright. Let's make a script for the pointer arrow. Give this a target to point at. Set target. Arrow dot game object dot set active. Okay, we only want it active when there's a target, and we want if the target's not null, the arrow's position. Let's create this method. All right, so world to viewport or screen. Screen point's fine. We want to take position of the target and get it into screen point coordinates, and we want the arrow screen center equals vector 2, half the screen width, half the screen height. Okay. So we have the screen position of the target and we have the screen center. We want the arrows facing to be in the direction of the target point minus screen center. Let's try this real quick. Compiling. Yeah, I'm excited about the new Path League anyway. It looks sweet. Looks better than the last couple. I always love a big meta shakeup anyway. Oh my god, this is so slow. That was a 22-second compile. Alright. Create empty. Screen edge arrow. create it. Game object, 2D, sprites, bonk. Okay, screen edge arrow. Center this up. Give it a reference to the sprite. Give it a reference to the arrow. There's the arrow. Okay. I'm gonna make this point at the ship for now just to test it. Or we'll make it point at the scrap here. See, I knew there's a reason I was keeping that thing around. Oh, the target isn't settable. I'm going to temporarily expose this for testing. I'm probably going to need to do a reboot because this is going to kill my remaining time. Unity is just choking on these recompiles for no reason. And it's getting worse. Screen edge arrow. There's the scrap target. Okay. Yeah, this is painful. It is pointing in the direction from the ship to the scrap, so that's a good sign. Yep, okay. The arrow's pointing in the right direction. But instead of screen center to the position, we need to point from the arrow's position to that position, so... World to screen point. Take the arrow position. Okay. So now the arrow should be pointed at, oh my lord. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm going to have to drop the stream and restart after a reboot here. Because this is way too slow. Pausing the timer. I'm going to do a reboot because Unity is starting to choke.